Have you ever wondered what happens when the world sleeps and darkness takes over? It's a question that's haunted me since that evening in a sleepy town tucked away from the world's chaos. A place where the most significant event was the annual bake sale and the loudest noise was the church bell tolling on the hour. But on this particular night, something was different. The air seemed a bit denser, the silence a tad too loud. As the sun dipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky with hues of twilight, a sense of unease crept over me. It was as if the night itself was holding its breath, waiting for something or someone. The tranquility of the town was disrupted, not with a bang, but with a whisper, a murmur that something extraordinary was about to unfold. The ordinary was about to make way for the extraordinary. Little did I know the night had more in store than I could ever imagine. As the clock struck midnight, an uncanny chill ran down my spine. The night was as dark as the abyss, yet a strange allure, a peculiar magnetism drew me towards the alleyway where I would meet him. The fear was palpable, and yet the intrigue was stronger. It was as if I was walking a tightrope between terror and fascination, teetering on the edge of the known and the unknown. Then out of the shadows he materialized. His appearance was as startling as the sudden clap of thunder in a serene sky. He was tall, with an aura that screamed of ageless power. His eyes, an eerie shade of crimson, were like twin beacons in the darkness, capturing and holding my gaze. His skin was as pale as the moonlight that filtered through the skeletal branches of the trees, casting a spectral glow on his face. His charm was otherworldly, mesmerizing, intoxicating. It was as if he carried the weight of centuries within him, a timeless elegance that was both captivating and chilling. The way he moved, the way he spoke, was unlike anything I had ever seen. He was an enigma, a paradox, a creature that belonged neither to the world of the living nor to the realm of the dead. His aura was a swirling vortex of emotions: fear, intrigue, fascination, and a touch of dread. It was a cocktail of feelings that stirred within me, making every nerve in my body tingle with anticipation. Every word he spoke, every gesture he made was shrouded in mystery. He was like a riddle waiting to be solved, a story waiting to be told. As the encounter unfolded, the world around us seemed to fade away. The noise of the city, the rustling of the leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, everything seemed to fade into insignificance. It was just him and me, lost in an enigmatic dance that transcended the boundaries of time and space. In the blink of an eye, the stranger vanished, leaving a trail of mystery behind. The encounter was over, but the story was far from finished. The night was still young, and the mystery was just beginning to unravel. As dawn approached, the pieces of the puzzle started to fall into place. The mystifying encounter, the chilling events, and the inexplicable happenings all began to make a horrifying sense. I found myself in the midst of a tale that was as old as time, yet as real as the air I was breathing. I could hardly believe it, but the evidence was irrefutable. My chance encounter was with nothing less than a vampire, a creature of the night that had somehow blended seamlessly into our quiet town. The realization sent a shiver down my spine, colder than the harshest winter wind. This vampire, this creature of darkness, had been among us, undetected. It was a chilling revelation, one that shattered the tranquility of our town. The peace we had known was nothing more than a facade, an illusion shattered by the reality of the supernatural. It was difficult to digest. I was living in a world where vampires were not just tales spun around campfires or the stuff of horror movies. They were real. They were here. As the truth dawned on me, I felt a wave of fear wash over me, making my heart pound in my chest. The vampire's true identity remained a mystery. Was it a stranger who had recently moved into town, or was it someone we had known all along? The uncertainty was maddening. Each person I met, each face I saw could potentially be hiding a monstrous secret. I was living in a nightmare, trapped in a reality where the line between the natural and the supernatural was blurred. My safe haven, my town, was under the shadow of a creature that was as fascinating as it was terrifying. I grappled with this newfound reality, trying to understand, trying to accept. But the truth was hard to swallow. The reality was scarier than any fiction. I was living in a town oblivious to its vampire resident. The sun rose, casting light on the night's dark secrets. The dawn's golden rays washed over the town, oblivious to the horror that had unfolded under its moonlit blanket. I watched as the world around me sprung back to life. the people unsuspecting of the truth that lurked in the shadows. My nights were no longer filled with peace, but with the haunting memory of the vampire's cold gaze. Sleep was a faraway dream as I wrestled with the reality of the supernatural being's existence. The nights were no longer a haven of tranquility, but a reminder of the encounter that had forever altered my life. People moved about their daily routines, their lives untouched by the chilling revelation that had shaken me to my core. The local baker, the friendly neighborhood grocer, the children playing in the park, they all lived their lives under the comforting illusion of normality. The town remained the same, yet to me it was irrevocably changed. The once welcoming town square was now a haunting landscape, each corner a potential hiding place for the creature of the night. The laughter and camaraderie that once filled the air now seemed hollow, a facade to mask the lurking danger. I found myself looking over my shoulder, my heart pounding at the slightest sound. Every shadow was a potential threat, every whisper a chilling reminder of the truth I now carried. I was a prisoner in my own home, a captive of my own fear. The vampire's existence was a secret I bore alone, a heavy burden that weighed on my soul. I longed to share my terror, to reveal the truth to the world, but I was silenced by fear, trapped by the knowledge that revealing the truth would shatter the peace of the town. Every dawn brought a sense of relief, a respite from the terror of the night. But as the sun set, the fear would creep back in, a constant reminder of the vampire's presence. I was trapped in a cycle of fear and relief, a prisoner of my own existence. Life went on, but I was forever changed. You see, once you've looked into the eyes of the supernatural, there's no going back. Imagine for a moment walking through life with a veil lifted. A shroud that once kept the world in comfortable, predictable shades of black and white is now gone. In its place, an array of colors so vivid, so intense, they're almost unbearable. That's what life became for me after that fateful encounter. Every shadow holds a potential menace, every whisper of the wind carries a spectral warning, and every rustle of leaves could be the silent footsteps of the unknown. My world is no longer a playground of human endeavors. It's a stage where the supernatural weaves its intricate web, and I am but a mere spectator, both petrified and fascinated. But don't misconstrue my words. This is not a tale of despair. Yes, fear is a constant companion, but so is fascination. The unknown, once a source of dread, is now an enigma that piques my curiosity. I find myself drawn towards the mysteries that lurk in the shadows, yearning to unravel them, to understand them, to know them. My encounter with the supernatural, with the vampire, was not just an isolated incident, it was a revelation. It was a call to acknowledge the existence of the unknown, to respect its power, and to tread cautiously in its realm. Life, you see, is not limited to what we perceive. It's an intricate tapestry of realities. Some visible, some hidden. It's an endless journey of discovery, a ceaseless quest for knowledge, a constant struggle between fear and fascination. The vampire was not just a creature of the night, it was a symbol of the unknown, a testament to the unfathomable depths of reality. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that we live in a world teeming with mysteries just waiting to be unraveled. That night I didn't just meet a vampire, I met the unknown, the unfathomable. So do you still believe that nothing happens when the world sleeps? The dark corners of our reality, the spaces that light never reaches, they are not empty. They are filled with stories, tales of the supernatural that challenge our understanding of the world. These are not mere figments of an overactive imagination. They are windows into a realm that exists parallel to our own, a realm where the supernatural is the norm. It's easy to dismiss these stories, to hide behind the veil of skepticism, but sometimes the veil is lifted and we are forced to confront the unknown. It's in these moments that we truly begin to question, to wonder, to fear. We are not alone in this world or in the ones that exist beyond our comprehension. There is more to our reality than meets the eye, more than we can ever hope to understand. Remember, when the day ends and the night falls, you never know who or what you might encounter.